I do. I'm thinking about just putting it there, over here a little bit. What's this for? Oh, I gotta do something with that too. Let's see how big it is actually. I might be able to put it right there on the shelf. Nah, maybe not. Now I bought this on Amazon. It was actually, because it's a secondary, it's the cheapest one as far as the station goes that I was able to find for what I need. And it had a lot of extra stuff. So, I don't know how good it's actually going to be at this point, because of all the extras. I mean, it looks impressive, but working is the thing. So we'll keep all this stuff together for now until we know for sure if it's going to work. So it's going to work. Gonna work. Is it gonna work? Going to? Gonna be. Okay, so this is the iron itself. The iron. Now I used to have a large one of these, which actually worked out pretty darn good. However, the transformer did go out on it after a while, but I was using it a lot. But, like I say, when the price is right, yeah, if you get a year or two out of them, I'm happy. This one here I think cost $24, $25, something like that. I don't even know how this goes in here. How does this go in here? They go that way, this way, this way. Won't go that way. Okay, well, we'll have to figure that one out. This one here, I believe, is the hot air side. Yeah, 'cause that's the solder iron. So, got a 2, 4, wait a minute, 2, 4, 6, 8 plug, 8-pin plug, which I like. Solder iron, 5-pin, which is nice. Kind of tells you what goes where. Snug to the point to where you're thinking, is it the right way or the wrong way? Okay, so for now, the hardest part, you're going to be working around these stupid wires that have been tied up in a box for who knows how long. I got to find out more about that. Now these are extra tips for this. They're different sizes. See what I mean? So you have small, a smaller, and smallest, and then you have full size. Now what's good about these, okay, they give you 1, 2, 3. Now I know I didn't drop them because I didn't hear it. But they give you 3 nuts. Oh, I have 3 screws. Okay, hello. Rip the buds. Let me see. I see 2 screws and 3 nuts and 3 pieces. So where'd the other screw go? Oh, wait, it's in my hand. Oh, rip the buds. We lost one of our boys last night. Kind of strange, but age-wise, not so much. He had his dinner with a snack. He doesn't like ice cream. Everybody else likes ice cream. Well, I can't say that everybody else. He doesn't like ice cream either. She'll get it if I put it on a spoon. But you only eat maybe a spoonful, maybe 2. Anyway, but he used to like the dog food on the bowl in the fridge. You buy it out of, they have a refrigerator for it. So you buy it, and when everybody else had ice cream, he had a little chunk of that all chopped up in a dish, and he loved it. So that's what he used to munch on. So he had that instead of his ice cream, and which, like I said, he won't eat ice cream anyway. And they don't get a lot, and it's lactose free, you know. But anyway, then at the real dinner time, he had a white meat, boiled white meat, boneless, skinless chicken breast. all crumbled up, and as they all do. And then a half hour or so after that, Darlene will give them about 8 o'clock. They'll all get a little smorgasbord, about 5 pieces of different things: a bone, a chewy bone, chicken jerky, duck jerky, chicken wrapped sweet potato, yeah, little things. And they sit there and they kind of crunch on that, and then they all lay down and go to sleep. Well, Bud has a habit of talking in his sleep. So, it's just one of these things he does, or did. So everybody's in bed. About an hour later, the lights are down. I'm on the couch with baby. Nikki's laying in there on the bed with mommy, as is Tucker. And Bud was laying on the little rubber mat next to it's a doggy bed. It's made out of memory foam. Next to the bed. He used to like to lay next to her. And Jem was in the living room with me. So about an hour goes by, and we hear a whir, which noises coming from him are normal. Well, about 5 minutes later, Darlene came out and said, "I think Bud just died." I go, "What?" So we go in there, and he's not breathing. So you try to do what you can, but it wasn't happening. So let him stay there overnight. We covered him up with a little blanket, and took him to the vet this morning. But he was fine. It's like boom. Now he was 13 years old. He was a pit terrier mix. Well, terriers are pits, but he wasn't all pit. And he wasn't a big dog, but he wasn't a small dog. He was big, but he was muscular. He was heavy, but he wasn't big as far as tall. But I'm thinking 13 years old, must have just had a heart attack. What else would come on just like that? Yeah. So anyway, that's where we're at. Now this is plugged in. Does this have a piece of shit on it? Well, it does. I don't want to say it's not shit, but it's on there. Oh, baby. Okay, so let's turn this on. Turn that on. This is blowing. Let's see what the temperatures are set for. Yeah, it's blowing hot air. Now it doesn't blow fast apparently. Is this speed or heat? I think this is the heat. Yeah. That's good for heat shrink. I don't know if it'll get hot enough excuse me, to solder or desolder. Because yes, you can use these for that. I just don't remember. Now what's this thing doing? Let's see here. This is the most important part, because this is what I'm going to use more. That's getting hot, so let's see what happens. We'll try the solder that it came with, if we can get to it. Where are you? Is that you? There you are. There you are, right there in that little groove. I'm not going to do any flux because I'm not soldering anything. I just want to see how it works. Okay. Let's see, let's bring it up some more. I don't know if in fact, yeah, that's working okay. Let's turn that off for a minute. Now that's got to cool before it does anything. Usually it has to, there's usually a magnetic piece around here with it. So when you put it down, it'll automatically shut off. But the directions are just about as useless as tits on a bull. booga. Now I shut it off, but it's not going to turn off until it cools. It's cool now. But it doesn't want to fit in here for some reason. That's what I'm, you know, I don't see it going this way because that would be kind of foolish. But it doesn't seem to fit this way either. See it shut off. And sometimes I'll have a magnet on it, like I was saying, or a tilt switch. So if you put it upright, it'll shut off. But why doesn't this fit in here? That's what I want to know. I mean, it shouldn't fit like that. Got a groove here. Got a groove. Groove doesn't fit that. Doesn't fit that. Nor that. Okay. Okay. So you're telling me it just sits like that? Come on. No. Like that? Well, who the hell knows? I'm going to have to try to look it up. How can something so simple be such a pain in the ass? Like I say, directions don't tell you much of anything. Okay, let's see what we got here. I'm bringing this up gradually to see where it's a good melting point, where I like it to be. Oh, that looks like it right there. Yep. Okay, so now we got that there. Let me get something, a piece of wire of some sort. Let's get rid of this stuff. With that being the way that it is, I won't be able to put it over there. What am I looking for, you ask? I'm looking for a little solder. This didn't come off of that, but I just wanted to see what the hell it was. Nothing that I need. Okay. Huh. Okay, so what I'm going to do, these are two audio leads. So it has a little thin wire in the middle with a thin shield on the outer side. Okay. Audio leads. But I'm just using it for the wire. But see, there's the shield. That's the ground side, if that's what you want to call it. That's what keeps the signal in, and uses a ground wire at the same time. So it helps with squealing, feedback, you know, heterodyning, whatever. Okay, come on. Okay. So what I'm doing, just to give myself something to work with here, I'm just wrapping those two together, like so. And then I'm going to wrap these two together, like so. These wires are small. I don't work with them much anymore. Besides, everything I do usually needs a bigger wire eventually, so I just use a bigger wire so I don't have to change it again. Okay, so that's what we have. We have that right there. Now, do we have any flux in here? Because I might as well try it with some flux. Where's my flux? Where's my rockin' flux? I'll flux it. Let's get this off here. Not enough on there to keep it on there. Okay. And this one here. Put that right there. Now, where's the flux? Where the flux did the flux go? Where, oh where? Where, oh where thou thy flux? That's not flux, or is it? No, that's not flux. I don't know why it says flux on the bottle. Why does it say flux on the bottle? I don't know. Right here. Okay. Beep, beep. Now, do I have something that I can kind of prop this up on a little bit? Yeah, that'll work. Do I have something I can put on it? I got vapor over there. Well, that's not going to work as flux, but anyhow. All right, let's turn this on. It's plugged in. It's turned on. Or did I turn it off? Or did I? Does it have another shut off? Well, that would be nice. But it can also be a pain in the arse. Came with extra tips as well. Okay. Oh, turn it on. That'll help. Gotta get used to it. Came with 5 extra tips, and they're different kinds, which is nice. A real fine, a replacement for what's in there, kind of a chisel, kind of a flat, and I don't know what the hell that one's called, but it's good for soldering. Alright, so we got flux. Okay. Now, seeing that this is a paste, I haven't got a brush with me. I'm just going to put a little bit on the end of the solder. And let's see how long it takes now. It came up at 400 really quick, but I don't know if that's going to work on the whole thing, or did it just come up to there? Baby, shut up! Thank you. No, it didn't come up yet. So it came up to tell me what it's on, but it didn't come up to tell me that it's ready. Okay, now let's see. It doesn't seem to be doing too bad. It's getting better as it gets hotter. So it takes a little bit of time to come up, to build the temp. And you don't want to jump on it while it's building, because I'm trying to melt the solder and heat the wire up too. So you want to get it where you want it. Because you don't want to have to stay here forever trying to get it hot, because you're going to send heat down the wire and you could cause problems someplace else. Okay, now it's starting to, there we go. There we go. Here we go. Okay, now let's see how much more we can go with this. How high will we go? I don't think, or does it? Okay. Power. I was saying it'll go up to 900. I usually solder around 650, but wattage means a lot too. I don't like, I just can't hold it. Oh, there we go. Okay, I could just hold it down. All right. So we have it on, oh, I guess you can set it for that too. Yeah, you can set it for Celsius or Fahrenheit. Okay, what's this do? Set the button. Listen, if it solders, that's fine. I just want to see how everything else works and what it's going to do or not do. If it solders, I'm happy. If it doesn't, it's going back. This is 600 watts. Digital display. Okay, well that's, we got that. But then it doesn't say what this button's for here. Or if it is, air volume set. Come on, is that speed? Why don't they say that then? Oh, set key. Okay. Air volume. So that does nothing except, let's turn this on. I don't know how I can set it for Fahrenheit, but apparently I haven't got that opportunity, or do I? Turn on station, solder station, switch position 1. Okay. Shut up. Switching between Celsius and Fahrenheit. When the machine is powered off, press and hold the down key. Okay, and while you're pressing and holding the down key, set the solder station switch position to on. Okay, let's see what this is doing. Okay, now I hit the set button, as it says, for the speed of the airflow. An F comes up with two numbers, which I can control with the up and down. So does the F stand for fast? Because there's nothing there about C for Celsius. It's either numbers or F. That might be Fahrenheit. So why didn't they say that? Alright, hold on. Let's see what's going on here. Is it smoking? It's starting to smoke, so it should be hot enough. I'm not crazy about it. It's melting the solder fine. It's taken a long time to work it into the wire. I mean, it's working in. I'll show you in a minute. I mean, for little things it would be fine, but I don't know if it's going to work. I'm getting a wire hot if it's anything bigger than what it is. I mean, we got solder on it. It went through. I'm not crazy about how long it takes. I like to get things done. No. I have no idea what this would be good for. I don't think, well, see, now it's broke. Now it's doing it. I'll try it for another day. It doesn't impress me, let's put it that way. If I went out there to the Welland, oh boy, let's try a different solder. Let's just see if that has anything to do with it. Let's try it. The one that I use, and the one that I used to use out there, I keep it at 650. And as soon as I go like this to that, it starts. I don't have to sit there and wait for it. Now it could be the solder, but you think they would give you a solder that would show it off. Yeah, see, this solder actually melts faster and better. Yeah, it could be just the solder. That might be just so crap of solder. I need a little water for the sponge. Now with this melt solder, let's try it with the solder that it comes with. Wait a minute, let's turn this off first. Does this fit on there? Do I need to? Yeah, that's fine. Okay, let's turn it back on. See, if this was on a circuit board, would I be able to solder it with this? Because yes, you can with some of these, but you gotta watch out that you don't burn everything with it. Let me see if I can take solder off. This is asking a lot for this. It's, one is I'm not sure if it will. Two is what I'm working on here is a lot of weight, a lot of material there.